ignition 202. EPP, copy that, and initiating a full 10-4-4.
Gracious God, creator of the universe, and yet the lover of my soul. Alpha and Omega, and yet I can call you friend. I don't have to beg you for anything, but I can thank you for everything. God, I thank you because this is the day that you have made, and I can rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you for this day of magnificence and glory and splendor. God, I thank you for life, health, and for strength. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for peace, love, and joy. I thank you for the essence of you that envelops me right now, from the crown of my head to the soles of my feet. We thank you for this day of manifestation. We thank you for the day of revelation. We thank you for the day of impartation. We thank you as you move in the midst of your people to bring us to the greatest times that we've ever seen since the foundation of the world. Thank you, Lord, that for this time and for this season, you've allowed us to be a part of your move in the face of the earth. I thank you, God, for the revolution that you're bringing forth, God, even in the midst of the earth right now. And I thank you for the opportunity to be a part of what you're doing in this hour, because in the last days, saith God, you said you would pour out your spirit on all flesh. And so now we thank you for the pouring out. God, I thank you for the rain and the move of your spirit. I thank you for fresh oil. I thank you for new wine. I thank you for the new thing that you're doing. I thank you now that it does spring forth. I thank you, Lord, that you've called us to be the head and not the tail. You've called us to be above only and not beneath. You've called us to be the lender and not the borrower. You've called, God, that our storehouses would be full and increase. God, I thank you because even I decree and declare that the people under the sound of my voice, even now, are moving in the might of your strength. not by might nor by power, but by your spirit. I thank you for those that are the sons and daughters of God that are called because they walk not after the flesh, but after your spirit. I thank you for the rising up of the people of your kingdom. I thank you that your kingdom come. I thank you that your will be done, even now in earth as it is in heaven. I thank you, Lord, because you are moving in the midst of your people mightily as never before. Raise us up, oh God, to the standard of what you've called us to be. God, I thank you for the standard of greatness. I thank you for the standard of holiness. I thank you for the standard of moving as the sons and daughters of yours, and not as vagabonds, not as those that never knew you, not as those that are confused and confounded, but God, those that know who they are in you. I thank you for the knowing. I thank you, God, for knowing you. I thank you for knowing your presence. Thank you for knowing your Holy Ghost power that gives us the ability to be successful. Your anointing that gives us the power to rise up and be called blessed. Thank you for that is in us. Thank you, God, for all things that pertain to life and godliness. Thank you because we are not confused. We are not deceived. And we thank you for that clarity of mind and the clarity of vision that allows us to walk forth as kings and queens, as princes and princesses in the kingdom that walk in the earth. We thank you that we are your beloved, and we rise up as the apple of your eye. We rise up, oh God, as those that you love with all of your heart. And God, we love you back. I thank you for soundness of mind. I thank you for soundness of spirit. I thank you that healing is our bread. Healing is our deliverance. By the stripes of Jesus, we're already healed. And we speak forth that healing even now for those that need it. Thank you, God, for every stripe that was taken. Thank you for the bruising. Thank you that he was wounded for our transgressions, bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. God, with those same stripes we declare and we speak healing in Jesus' name. We give you glory. We give you peace. We give you honor. We give you blessing. We give you might. We ascribe all of these things unto you because they are yours. Thank you. The fruit of my lips giving thanks unto your name. Ever giving you all that is yours. Glory, honor, power, dominion, majesty. It's yours. I decree it and I speak it. In the mighty name of Jesus, it is so. Amen and amen.
Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. I want to welcome you to today's edition of Yes You O Cubed. What does O Cubed stand for? One-on-one, because it's just me and you. I appreciate you for joining me on today. Yes, you all. It's this day, September the 2nd, in the year 2022. Can y'all believe it's Friday again? It seems like we just had Friday a minute ago. I mean, it seems like a minute to seconds ago. And lo and behold, we've gone through a whole nother week. But you know how we do it in here. On Fresh Start Friday, we made it another week. it another week, beloved. We've made it another week. And yes, as I said, it's another day's journey, and we're glad about it. I see y'all out there picking them up. I see you, Dr. Dady. I see you, Kai Chick. I see you, Beat TD Mom. Yes, Rebel, it's the leap for me. I feel like leaping. Yes, running through troops and leaping over walls. You better ask somebody. Come on, Andra. Yes, for his goodness to me. Somebody said, for his goodness and his mercy towards us, we offer praise. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. That's what I'm talking about. For his goodness and his mercy towards us, we've made it another week, and we just bless God. Now, listen, I thank you all for coming in here. This has been a very, very beautiful week. We continue to talk about your angels are coming. Your angels are coming. And let me just say this, even as I was blessed to talk about Fairly all day, and she's in here, but she's traveling, she's lurking and working. And we want you and bid you safe travels out there on the highways and byways, along with truck driver. We bid both of you Godspeed, and the angels of the Lord camped round about you as you go to and fro. We've been talking about angels, and your angels are coming. And so I know you're ready for that. But I just want to stop even this morning on this Fresh Start Friday. And before we get this going, I want to just thank each of you, because every last one of you are my angels, and I appreciate you. I just want to acknowledge and appreciate the presence that you bring every day. Even as I saw different ones going forth. Honey, Dr. Dady Priest, y'all know that's my girl. Dr. Dady Priest came in decreeing and declaring over the people. I said, now that you better talk that talk, sis. You better talk that talk. Sister Andra Penn, my friend from Kansas City and a longtime family friend, came in, and I'm in agreement with you. I'm praying with you, sis. This is what I'm talking about. You all have provided for this stream so many beautiful blessings, and every last one of you that come in here, I want you to know you are my angels, and I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. I tell you, my life is so much the richer. It really is. There are not even words to say and express what you all have been to me here in this Lion's Den. And you better look out, honey, because the best is yet to come. And listen, great things, great things, great things. And I hope that you're ready. Not just great things, and I'm excited about what's happening for me, but I'm saying great things, and I'm excited about what's happening for you. We say it all the time here in the Lion's Den. We are not the in crowd. We are the ing crowd, I-N-G, because it's happening. And believe it if you will, believe it if you won't, but it is happening right here in the Lion's Den. So much love to you. And you know how we get this thing started. You know how we get this thing crack-a-lacking. We go out and look and see who was in the Lion's Den, the beautiful people that came into the VIP section this morning bright and early. And as I always say, this is not a competition of anything else other than who can bring the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness, and have all of that here prepared and ready. I mean, they prep the Lion's Den before you all ever get here at 7 o'clock. They come in early in the morning. They come in real bright and early, bringing all the love, joy, peace, soul, and happiness, so that there's plenty of it here. And I don't know about you, but I feel it every time I come in the den. I feel it every time I come in the den. I feel that going forth. Now, beautiful souls out here that came into the Lion's Den. And I'm telling you, they start with the love. 12 o'clock, they come in. You saw yesterday, Shelly Thunder, and who else was in there yesterday that was on that 12:00? And it's just a matter of milliseconds difference between the ones that actually get it. I think it was Tall Pumps and Shelly Thunder on yesterday. And again, we're talking about literally milliseconds, because both of them clocked in at 12:00. But that's the beauty of the computer. That's the beauty of technology. It logs in whoever was first, and I don't have to worry about it, because baby, your computer will tell who was there. So appreciating every last one of you that participate in coming in the VIP section for Grandpa Holmes's chair this morning. Then Narn all the way from England. Den Darn, I appreciate you, sis. So much love to you. And I'm telling you, Den Darn is a whole vibe. She comes in and she came in and felt like she fit from day one. She came in and felt like she was a day oneer. You know what I'm saying? She came in and it felt like she was a day oneer, and she didn't play all the way from the UK. She came in and she fits in. She comes in every morning with prayers, with anchoring us down, giving hugs, all kind of love, and coming in with those royal crowns to pass them out. I appreciate you, Den Darn. Good morning to you. Then we also had my evangelist. Oh my goodness. And girl, you know we've been missing you. Our evangelist, none other than Kai Chick. When I tell you she goes out into the highways and hedges and compels folks to come into the lion's den, I am not playing. Listen, and this is the beauty of Kai Chick as well. We missed you, sis. You know we missed you. But this is the beauty of Kai Chick, and she supports in every way. She's there in our institute on Saturday mornings, bright and early, and she's ready and cocked and loaded, prepared for action. But she blessed me in this way. She said, you know, spiritual STL, even when I can't get in there, you better rest assured I play it back on demand because I don't want to miss a drop. I'm telling you, that's my evangelist. That's my evangelist. Let me go ahead and put a picture of that beautiful, because listen, this lady right here, she has come in, and I'm telling you, she's in like Flynn, and mother ain't playing. There she is right there. Kai Chick, we love you. We missed you this week, girl, but you're back. And I thank you for that on-demand replay. You're just so precious. You're just so precious. Now, the third person to come into the lion's den this morning, I'm make sure I ain't messing up here. The third person to make it into the lion's den this morning was Truck driver, come on in here. That's my Mufasa, y'all. That's my Mufasa. Yes, brother James Sims, aka Truck Driver. That's my guy. That's my Lion King. Thank you for coming in. And I tell you what, this brother is a whole vibe. I want you to look out for Truck Driver because, honey, God is doing a new thing in this man's life. God is doing a new thing in his life. And I am just anxiously awaiting his release to get out and do his passion and do everything that God has purposed him to do. Because baby, this man is cocked and loaded. For those of you all that heard him the other Sunday share his testimony, the hand of the Lord is all over this man. And I'm so excited about him and all about his future. Thank you for coming in this morning, Truck. I appreciate you, man. Now, the second person to come into the lion's den, and Truck Driver, go ahead and sit down on that love seat because I got this next person that's going to join you over there. None other than Miss Fabulous. Miss Fabulous, come on in here, sis. You did that this morning. You made your way in, and I appreciate you, girl. Thank you for coming in. As I said, that's one of my classmates from Bonner Springs High School, but she's been hanging tough with us and always does. The creator of Go For a Ride and Come Back Alone, that's my girl Mel. Now, the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair is none other than Kim Possible 7-Eleven. You did that, girl. Come on in here. You did it. And in the words of Legendary, you did what needed to be done. Come on, sis. Come on. Have a seat right there in Grandpa Holmes' chair. You are the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. Come on and do your thing, sis. Congratulations to you. Get your lips, hips, and your fingertips and go ahead and sit down right over there, Kim Possible. That's my girl. That's my girl. And I appreciate her. I'm telling you. Now check in. She's going to be in Good Grief today at 12 o'clock. She leads that along with Crazy Berrytown, 12 o'clock noon Central, right here on this Bat channel. So Kim Possible, thank you for your support. Thank you for coming in. And you did your thing because you wasn't playing. You like, ain't nobody getting this chair because baby, 12:00 sharp. 12:00 sharp. You just went on and perched up in that chair. I love you so much, sis. And thank you and congratulations once more and again. Now, you know how we do it right here. We like to just stop and appreciate our mods that come in every day and take care of the Lion's Den in so many different ways you just don't know. So I want to appreciate them on today and say thank you. So let's get that mod love going, y'all. Let's get that mod love going. I appreciate none other than Shelly Thunder. That's my girl. She comes in and I call her the prophetess. Up above my head, I hear thunder in the air, and there must be a Shelly Thunder somewhere. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. She's followed up and led by the leader of the pack, none other than the Rebel Inc. We'll be going over there to spend some time with her in just a few minutes. When we wrap up from here, we will be raiding her channel and going over there for Church of Funk. We're looking forward to that on this morning. I believe it's Church of Funk. It might be Anti-Morning Bangles, whatever it is. Whatever direction she comes, she's going to bless your life. If you're not following the Rebel Inc., quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless your whole entire life. Now, coming on up, y'all. Oh, and Andra, while you're in here, let me just drop this little nugget for you. And Andra is one of my Bonner Springs friends as well. This is Miss Dangerfield's granddaughter. Did you know? Because listen, I was already linked up, hooked, and connected to her before I knew who she was. But since you're in here, to all my Bonnerites, all my Bonner people will know, everybody in Bonner knew Miss Dangerfield. So, you know, this is her granddaughter, her offspring, and she got the same greatness that her grandma had. That's all I got to say about that. Now, that's an aside for those that are from Bonner. Some of y'all don't know who I'm talking about, but that's okay. For the folks that do, you know exactly who I'm talking about when I mention the name Miss Dangerfield. So here we go. And then we have the third, yes, the other part of this blessed Trinity. Michelle Brownell, come on in here. Come on in here. Come on in here. Listen, Rebel, I wasn't giving no tea. I was just telling them. Oh, this morning is the cracks. Thank you. I ain't giving no tea. I just want folk to know who you are. Cause listen, that's a good bloodline right there. That's a good bloodline right there. I ain't gonna give no extra tea. I'm just gonna give you bloodline. Here we go. Now, at the end of the day, I want you all. Oh, not your average guy. You've been to Bonner Springs? Well, that's where I went to school and graduated. So you know my neck of the woods. And there's some Bonner Springites in here, even as we speak. And I want to appreciate all of them. Now, as we get ready, that is the third part of the Blessed Trinity. Michelle Brownell, I call her my quiet storm, y'all. Yes, Stacy, a very good bloodline to be proud of, to come from. So ain't no shame in that game. Now, I appreciate these three beautiful ladies. They keep us going. And I love them, every last one of them. And I appreciate your service here. And they are my angels as well. Now, let's get this party crack-a-lackin'. Let's get this party going, because you know how we do it in here. Get your coffee cups out. Get your coffee cups out. Because we're going to come around. And when you come in the room, as my mother said, speak to somebody. Oh, Lord. It was an accident. Andra, hold on a second. Let me take this poll off. Because I know my folks are ready. Andra, okay, so they gonna really be mad at me. Bobby Sue is her mama. Who came after Miss Joanne. So anyway, she's the one after Miss Joanne. So yes, she is a Dangerfield. Okay, Tall Pumps, I'm gonna give it to you. It was an accident, but I'm gonna give it to you. Poll call. It's a poll call. I see you, Tom Pumps. I appreciate you, dear. I lean sideways reporting for duty. Come on in here, sis. I see everybody that's coming on in here. Now everybody knows J Trey. Everybody knows. At the end of the day, I just want to say once more and again, these are some fine people. Ain't no shame. You know who I'm talking about. Now, at the end of the day, poll call. And that was an accident. But you done been up there already on Friday morning. So let's go. All right, here we go. Let's say good morning to everybody. Let's say good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me move some stuff around so I can see everybody's name, and we're going to work this thing if that's okay. All right, here we go. Coming on up the line. Coming on up the line. Let's see who's in the house. My mouse is not wanting to cooperate with me this morning, y'all. Bind it, bind it. Here we go. I want to say good morning, Den Darn. I appreciate you. So much love coming in. Love you. Tall Pumps, pardon us, but we on the pole. Oh my God. J-Trey, you ain't got no sense. No, not David's daughter. Not David's daughter. I see you, Den Darn. Come on in the room and good morning to you. I'm going to have to switch. Because that one right there does not want to cooperate. Coming on up and I'm saying good morning, Tall Pumps. I see you. Good morning to the Rebel Inc. Good morning to my invisible bishop. One Reason is in the room. Come on in here, Kai Chick, the evangelist. I see you this morning. I see you and I appreciate you for being here. Andra Penn, come on in here while we having our own conversation on the side. I appreciate you for being in the Lion's Den this morning. Come on in here, Dr. Dady Priest. And if you're not following Dr. Dady Priest, quit your wicked ways, because she's going to bless your whole entire life. Yes, I promise she's going to bless your whole entire life. I promise you she will. Engagement matters, and Dr. Dady Priest always has some nuggets, some jewels, some good stuff to feed you real well. She's just a blessing and a whole vibe all by herself. Fairly all day, she's lurking and working because she's traveling right now. But as I said to you all on yesterday, that's one of my angels for sure that the Lord has blessed me to have come into my life to get you to your best place. I'm telling you, this woman is cocked and loaded and full of every kind of gem you can think of. Love going out to you on today, fairly all day. And I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking out Tall Pumps. Good morning to you. Tall Pumps is pumping tall, and you better come on in here, sis. Come on in here. So much mad love coming to you. Not your average guy. I see you, and I'm glad you've been to Bonner. I don't know many folks that even know where Bonner Springs, Kansas is. But if you've been to Bonner, we might need to have a conversation and see where were you going. At the end of the day, good morning to you and thank you for being here. Joanna G98 is in the room, y'all. Joanna G98, my sister, she comes in every morning just giving everybody blessings upon blessings. We appreciate you for being in the room. BTD Mom is back from Jamaica. Yeah, she made it in late last night, even though she had an hour's worth of delay plus. But she's home, y'all. She's home. And good morning to you, BTD Mom. And you never missed a beat, even when you were in Jamaica. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you so much. Coming on down, and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it out. And I appreciate J-Trey is in the room, y'all. She's in the room. I appreciate you, J-Trey. So much love coming to you, dear. And come on in the Lion's Den and make yourself at home. I'm coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking and I'm trying to see who else is up in here. Yes, who else is up in here? I don't want to miss anybody that's in the midst this morning. Coming on down, coming on down, coming on down. And I'm Stacy 546, another Bonnerite. Come on in here, Stacy. I see you. So much love coming to you. Mad love, mad love, mad love. Ain't nobody like my girl, Stacy. Stacy comes in and she hangs with me and she hangs tough. And I appreciate her as well. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking because I don't want to miss anybody. Come on, y'all. Y'all came up in here this morning, and I want to say thank you for that. Looking and I'm booking and I'm checking it out, see if anybody came in the basement while I was upstairs. I appreciate everybody that's in my chat. And as I always say, if you're not in the chat, Rebel, you about to unplug me. Sorry. We're coming on down, coming on down, coming on down. And I'm I'm trying to look and see who else is in the room. Oh my goodness, y'all got me cracking up. Looking and booking and checking it out. Listen, I'm making a list and I'm checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty and who's nice. Not you folks that's on the poll though. Coming on down and I'm looking and I'm booking. I think I've got just about everybody. I'm scrolling real fast. Cassandra Woke. No, I can't miss you, dear. I can't miss you. That's my poet laureate, and she's in the room, and I appreciate you for being here. J. Trey Bonner is a nice place to be. It is a nice place to be. Okay, let me keep going. Downtown Melvin Brown. He's in the room, y'all, and that's my shouting partner from Kansas City. You better ask somebody. He's in the room on this morning. And thank you all, and good morning for coming in. I appreciate you, and a good morning to you. Now, if I can get my mouse doesn't want to cooperate with me this morning and my main screen, but we're going to try to make it work. Wow, we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. Listen, I want you to know there was a few things that happened up in here while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered, and we're just going to touch on a few of those things if it's all right. All right? Now, as we look at what we had as far as CNN updates, whew, I tell you what, a third of Pakistan is underwater. Yes, a third. Come on. Dr. Dady, you about to make me listen. Boss energy abounds in here and beyond on this great day. Dr. Dady, you better come on. Mother is in here speaking. Do you hear me? Mish 8 is a streamer, and good morning to you, sis. Come on in here. She's a chef and she does her thing every day. And or the days that she streams. Let me make that right. Not necessarily every day, but the days that she's streaming, she does her thing. Good morning to you, and come on in the room, sis. So much mad love to you, and I appreciate you on this fine day. Now listen. There's some things that were going on, y'all, while we slumbered, slept, and slobbered. And one of those things that we identified was that cheering 1/3 of Pakistan is underwater. 1/3 of Pakistan is underwater. So, you know, you got drought in some places. And J. Trey, was that you that was saying, please send some water out here to California because we so arid, extra dry, we just can't take it. So at the end of the day, you got situations, and I want y'all to talk to me. Now, I told you all just a couple of weeks ago, before we started all this rain, when everybody was arid, extra dry, that China said they were getting ready to seed the clouds to make some rain. So, yeah, Johnny CPW is from Bonner too. You know what? I didn't realize that. Y'all got that conversation going on, so I'm looking out of both sides. I'm telling you, China said they were going to seed the clouds, right? The next thing you know, the next thing you heard, all of a sudden we got floods everywhere. We had floods here in the Dallas area that I tell you, they said it was just unprecedented torrential rain in just a short span of time. I'm wondering something down in Marshondo. Now, China doing a little bit of everything. They seeding the clouds to make it rain. The other day they said they put up their own artificial sun and launched it. What are y'all doing over there? What are y'all doing over there? Now we got all of this, and the end result, in my opinion, is that you got all of this that's in a turmoil. So, you know, it's like, wow, you know, from one extreme to the other, it's like, what is really going on? So in case you didn't know, 1/3 of Pakistan is underwater in its worst flood in the history of Pakistan. So, you know, somebody doing too much. Somebody's doing too much. Now, y'all can call these acts of God and natural disasters and natural catastrophes, but I think they're getting a little help from their friend. You understand? I think they're getting a little help from their friend. I think that all of this that they got going on playing with the sky, One minute you talk about you want to seed the clouds to make it rain. It rained and it flooded. The next minute you want to talk about I'm launching an artificial sun that's 7 times hotter than the actual sun. Somebody's doing too much. Somebody's doing too much. And the folks are roasting, J Trey. The people are roasting. Dendarn, you said you hear it's been raining nonstop back home in Jamaica. In a month, only two-thirds of the days, no rain. China is to blame for this. They're trying to play God, and God is showing them there's only one. There's only one. So, you know, I feel that all of this tampering that they've been doing, all this tinkering and tampering that they've been doing up in the skies and trying to experiment, I think we are seeing the results and the backlash from that. That's just my opinion. Now, I might be as wrong as 2 left shoes, but that's just my opinion, because I thought it was awful interesting that after they came out and admitted that they were playing with seeding the clouds to make it rain, I thought it awful interesting that all of a sudden all of these floods start breaking out here, there, and everywhere. So at the end of the day, I just feel some kind of way. Dr. Dady, they were controlling the weather pattern to impact their economy, and others paid for the ripple effect. Thank you for that. That's my opinion as well, Dr. Dady. I don't think this was no happenstance. I think this is all that tinkering and tankering that's going on. Mother Earth has had enough. I hear you, J. Trey. And they did it for their Olympics. I hear you, J. Trey, and all of us have an opinion. So at the end of the day, my point is this. Whatever they did it for, I don't believe it's natural. I do not believe these are natural phenomena that are happening. And as a result, people's lives are being sacrificed and people's lives are at stake. I just want to, that's my opinion. Y'all know how it is. This is Yes You Old Cube. And I take this coffee, no cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black. And so at the end of the day, not your average guy, leave Mother Nature alone while they out here carrying on. I see you, Andra. They out here carrying on and tinkering and tankering, and the people are the ones that are suffering. Stacy, Mother Earth is going to shake us off like a bad cold, and you don't blame her. I hear you on there. I hear you, Rebel. I hear y'all talking. So at the same time, we're looking and saying and identifying that in places, this was in the news as well, in places like Phoenix, they had the most number of days in triple digits than anybody. And so they have shot up, and I've got these stories out there in my Discord if you want to go out and look it up, because I'm not going to pull it up particularly right now. But this is the flip side of that. Phoenix is in a heat wave, and this is what they're identifying, that in one county, Maricopa County, I believe it is, they are identifying, okay, they went from 78 heat-related deaths, 70s, all the way up to 2015, and then starting 2016 and after, I want to say last year, the related heat deaths were 339, and the number just keeps rising. So Mother gonna give us another ice age and try to start humanity all over again. I hear you, J. Trey. Mother said it's not nice to fool with Mother Nature. So they are projecting by the end of this decade that Phoenix is going to be one of those locations where they're in 120 plus degrees on a regular basis. 120 plus degrees on a regular basis. Come on. You said you're in Shreveport, Louisiana, and we are under a boil water advisory. Man, truck driver, man. I'm so sorry to hear that, but that's everywhere. It's going everywhere. We going back to Jackson, man, and the situation that they have there is unbelievable. And I even on a follow-up story, because I talked about that the other day, but they said they're in a crisis even as how they can flush the toilets, y'all. We're not just talking about clean water to drink and survive, but how we gonna flush the toilets? that unsanitary condition and situation by itself is going to start killing folk and making them sick. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Just the fact that if you're talking about urine and feces and you can't flush it and all of this going on, you can only imagine what that's getting ready to be like. It's just, it's unthinkable. And at the end of the day, we got all of this other stuff that people deem to be more important than people's lives. These are people's lives, Andra. It's just awful. These are people's lives. Now, let me tell you what. I know, Den darn, that's just disgusting. Can you imagine just sitting up in your house and you don't have any water, and if that's not bad enough, you got feces, you got fecal material and urine floating in the toilet that you can't flush. I just, no, that's third world country kind of stuff. You understand? That is third world country kind of stuff going on over here in the United States of America. And we just keep sending and funneling money here, there, and everywhere while we got people over here that are suffering. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? These people are suffering. Can you imagine having to live in those kinds of environments? It's just unbelievable. But back to the heat and the issues that are going on over in Phoenix. This is what they are reporting. It's not just that this country is fast becoming a third world country, especially for the people that do not have the money to be able to stay up with the times. Now, that's going to segue me back to the issue that's going on in Phoenix, because there's something going on. People's lives should be first priority here, Andra. You done said a whole mouthful. You would think our lives, listen, I heard one preacher said charity began at home, then spread abroad. It doesn't spread abroad, then come back home. That's what the preacher said. He said charity should begin at home and spread abroad. It shouldn't spread abroad and then come back home. I feel the same way, Elder Little. Elder Little, we miss you, sir. I feel the same way. Charity begins at home, then spread abroad. It doesn't spread abroad, then come back home. So listen, y'all, I want y'all to pay attention. Now, this is what's going on. Kim Possible 7-Eleven, come on in here. Oh, thank heaven for 7-Eleven. And if I missed you earlier saying good morning to you, God forbid, but just in case I do, let me cover my tracks and say good morning to you. And congratulations for being the winner of Grandpa Holmes' chair. In LA, the heat records are breaking left and right, 100 plus degrees all over, 112 degrees in one of your suburbs. I see you. And that is just absolutely remarkable. It's unbelievable. You'd be showering in a basin and using that water to flush the toilet. I refuse to live like that. I bet those with excess money won't be bothered by all of this. And you're exactly correct, Den darn. Those that have the means and those that have the money will be untouched by this. And it's unfortunate. Do we care? And it takes us all the way back to the beginning. Am I my brother and my sister's keeper? Absolutely, positively. God forbid that you're sitting up fat and happy like a fat cat, and your neighbor down the road is suffering and suffering and suffering, and you don't care. Y'all can talk about God bless America all you want to and all your good Christian principles, but at the end of the day, when I see my brothers and my sisters that are suffering and I could care less, Houston, there is a problem. So when we take this back to really Phoenix, the issue there is economics as well. So as they were coming out and they were talking, and they are the first that has made, I want to say it's called Circle of something. They've actually made an agency to address the homelessness, because this is the issue. They have now gone from in the 70s as far as heat related deaths for the year to 300 and plus. 339, I believe, was the last count of last year. 339 people. Now, this is the information that was released with that. The reality is this: these people are dying as they identified them, not because of they had to die from heat stroke and heat related illness. They're dying because they are homeless. They're homeless. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? The homeless population out there in this heat, they said that the temperature on the pavement, on the concrete pavement, can reach levels as high as 150 degrees. Now let that sink in. Let that sink in. And I want you to think about the homeless. And I wanted to go here today because we do so many things. We operate in so many places, and we talk and discuss so many things about this, that, and the other, and how it impacts us, as we should. But we should talk about this homeless population that's out here baking on the pavement, literally. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Baking on the pavement, literally. The coroner suggested and reported that many of the people that come in, they have burns all over their bodies from the pavement. And it's a situation where many times they're down on the pavement, they're dehydrated. Come on, y'all hear what I'm saying? But it's more important to send $48 billion to a war that we aren't in, Stacy 546. And listen, so you're not supposed to walk a dog on the pavement over 80 degrees. Y'all understand what I'm saying? And we're talking about not will be in the future. This is what's going on right now in 2022. Pavement temperatures at 150 degrees. Do y'all understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I just want that to sink in, because I think too many times we are oblivious to what the reality of our brothers and sisters out here on the street homeless are in. Now, and they relate this not to people that are mentally ill. We like to say, oh, it's the mentally ill out there. We like to say it's the drug addict out there. But they're relating this to people that cannot get housing, people that cannot afford housing, people where there's not enough housing available. Do you understand what the words that are coming out of my mouth? There are a lot of people that I want you all to understand that are in situations, and somebody said, but for the grace of God, there go I. These people are out here, situations beyond their control, and we relinquish them to the streets to bake to death at 150 degrees plus. Y'all, you know, if this doesn't stir your shondo, I just don't know what will. Bacon, y'all, and the U.S. is putting new arrival immigrants in hotels. Come on here, tall pumps. And at the end of the day, the citizens are out here suffering. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? To the tune of deaths hear those statistics now. You're talking about from 78 per year. And now we're talking about 339 and moving upwards. This year is going to be even worse. 78 per year to now 339. And that number at the end of this year is anticipated to go up, because we ain't over yet. It's not over yet. And when you stop and think, the man said, so many of the bodies, by the time they get to them, have burns all over their body. And if they could survive from the burn, understand me, then the dehydration and everything else, because a lot of them already have different ailments and maladies in their bodies when they're relegated to the streets to try to live. Y'all, this just, oh my God. You're right about the people unhoused, homeless, baking on the pavement. Problem is no shelter and no housing. Even there in Kansas City, Kansas, Andrea, and she can testify because she works with all populations in the city of Kansas City, Kansas. And you're doing a good work, Andrea. You're doing a good work. I want y'all to continue doing the works that you all are doing. We need more hands. We need more people. We need more folks to care. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? We cannot just allow this to continue as if no big deal. These people's lives are big deals. So they've started this organization in Phoenix, and if I were a betting person, I bet they're going to copy this model from city to city to city, because at the end of the day, from city to city to city, we're seeing this same problem. And even as my sis said, in Kansas City, Kansas, it's a problem. And then identify, when you talk about these hotspot cities where the temperatures are in triple digits consistently, and you think, I mean, y'all, I need y'all to really, and I'm not trying to be graphic, but then again, I am trying to press and impress on your mind. Can you imagine you don't have any place and you're sitting down on 150 degrees? Y'all, that story this morning took me out. I just can't. And even let's go here. Even if you get a little patch of grass, if the pavement right next to you is 150 degrees, you know that heat is traveling, huh? You know that heat is traveling. So I don't care. Well, can't they get on some grass? They don't have to sit on the 150 degree pavement. And the people that have that kind of critical attitude, I just don't even know what to say to you. When you can't feel for your brother and your sister, because I'm going to tell you what, it could be you. So many times we think all of these negative things about the individuals, how they got to the street. You don't know how they got to the street. Some of these people have been doing the very best that they could, trying to hang on and trying to survive. And the very best that they could was still not good enough to keep a roof over their heads. Listen, this is Yes You O-Cubed. And you know how we take this coffee over here. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black, because I tells it like it T-I-Z-tis. If you don't have a heart of compassion that feels something for this suffering, and as the coroner and the office said that they've now created this new organization, this new entity, arm branch of their municipal government, to go around, and they've got a truck that's going around trying to treat as many people as they can. But they said there are more people than we can treat, but we're doing the best we can to get to as many of them as we can, because as they reported, these are deaths that don't need to happen. They don't need to die. These are people that if it were any other reason, they would be alive today. They did not have to die like this. Kim Possible, it makes me mad and sad too. It just makes me upset. There was a study, you believe, Stacy, that said most people are a paycheck away from being homeless, so they can't understand this better and trying faster. Listen, there are folk out there. Good morning, Michelle Brown. Oh, there's my angel. Come on in here. That's the quiet storm. So much love coming to you. I just want you to be clear on this. These are individuals that are not just necessarily out here cracking it up and whatever negative you want to try to say. And even at that, I don't care if you are on crack, you shouldn't have to bake on the pavement. I don't care if you are a meth head, you shouldn't have to bake on the pavement. Y'all ain't ready for me. This story, y'all, just wrenched my heart. It just wrenched my heart. It's absolutely insane in Cali with housing. You're already preparing to move when you retire because you won't be able to afford to live where you're educated. Come on here and come on and speak that word. That has nothing to do with anything. Can you afford it? There is an issue about affordable housing, and there are so many people that cannot afford to live. Come on, Andra. I'm telling what God loves, Kim Possible, because I want to prick your heart. I want to make you uncomfortable. I want to make you think and rethink, how are we dealing with our homeless population? This is torture. It's egregious. It's unacceptable. It's ungodly. And we have got to wake up and recognize. Now, the thing is, you don't care until it's you or yours. And when it's somebody you know, or when it's you, then all of a sudden we need to know, even if it's not touching you, even if it's not at your doorstep, even if it's not something that you're dealing with, think about the person next to you. Because somebody's going through this. You understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? Somebody is going through this, and we need to care. And when we look at a number that jumps from 78 per year to 339 last year, and the number is anticipated to eclipse that. No. Let me get it. I need some help. No. And we're sitting up fat and happy and contented and all of that, You shall not pass. And when I say fat, I'm not body shaming and talking about weight. I'm talking about you got money, you got resources, you got excess. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not body shaming. That is not where I am. But at the end of the day, you shall not pass. Good morning, T. Summers. Come on in here. K2 Hoop, come on in here. Good morning to you all. It is so good to see you in the room. J. Trey, you said it's actually on the ballot out there to use the hotel rooms, but a lot of blowback regarding tourism. Baby, take care of the people. And that's one thing that as I've gone around from city to city, and you look at all of these vacant and abandoned properties, whether it's private property, residential property, commercial property, you see all of this abandoned property. And rather than work out some kind of scenario where we can provide shelter from the elements, rather than work out some kind of scenario where those places can be utilized to help these individuals, listen, I'm gonna tell you, this is the only thing that we care about in this country. If I can't get my coins, if I can't make my little taste of change, I don't care about y'all out here baking on 150 degrees. I'm gonna keep saying that till you get that down in your shondo. 150 degree pavement. If y'all don't care about people out there literally baking and having burns, literal burns, I'm not talking figuratively, literal burns over their bodies. And let me paint this picture. I feel like an Easter sermon. You know how we preach the story of Jesus and how he was hanging. We paint that picture so good. You're just like, oh my God. The coroner said that more times than not, they've become so dehydrated and so weak that they don't even have the ability and strength to get up. And them laying there, their body is literally burning. We cannot be selfish and not help, Andra. That's where I am. That's where I am, sis. And I know for some it'd be like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Please move on from this. I want to stay here until you get something that pricks you to say, how can I help? How can I make a difference? Because you best believe, as I was reading this story, my brain was turning. My brain was turning. I'm not talking about somebody else. I'm talking about you. Yes, you. My brain was turning. Because this, beloved, this is unacceptable. And to think, and I'm trying to get this burnt into your brain, the agony and the trauma that those people are suffering through until they draw their last breath, so that they can become a number and a statistic that we're in the 300s and headed to 400 and we don't care? No, ma'am. No, sir. No, sir. No, ma'am. It's an assault on humanity, Tall Pumps. It's an assault on humanity. And I want you to, if you didn't hear anything else I said and you don't pay attention to anything else I addressed this morning, I want you to think about that story is out there if anybody wants to read it. And I'm trying to think, I don't remember exactly. I keep referencing the organization that they've created. And I'm going to venture to say we're probably going to need to replicate that agency in a lot of different cities. We're probably going to need to replicate that in a lot of different areas because I tell you what, this kind, oh, my mouse decided to work, so I can't share it. No, this cannot stand. This cannot stand, y'all. Some of these people will feed their pets before you've seen it, J-Trey. They're trying the best they can to make survival possible. And I'll say this, J-Trey. I know for some of us, we might immediately have a judgment even against that. Why wouldn't you feed yourself before you feed the pet? I've got a friend and she talks about how that is their only friend and companion. Chad, I feel tears because this is real talk. That is their only companion. They have lost everything else in life. This is just, they have lost everything else in life. And that animal is all they have left to be attached to. Y'all, this just don't make no sense. This just doesn't make any sense. And so I'm not going to pass judgment on them feeding that animal because for them, that animal is all they have for companionship. That's just amazing to me. And this is what we do in this country. And we don't care. It's just not right. It's just not right. And at the end of the day, I think it's egregious that people get down to the point where, and y'all, we got to stop and think about this. Some of us have connections, the Lion's Den. I'm glad for this connection. But some people, they don't have internet. They don't have access to the internet. They don't have access to just go when they want to and tune in. They don't have that. They don't have access to that. They're just disconnected. Do y'all understand? They're just disconnected. And when we have this much disconnected population in our country and we don't care, what are we doing? Just explain it to me, Lucy. What are we doing that we have this many disconnected people in our country and we don't care? So that I would feed my only companion that I have, which is an animal, before I feed myself, because I don't want to lose that connection. Y'all, this is just really, this is just. We got it. Dr. Dady, access and equity go hand in hand. DJ P-Food, come on in here, my friend. Come on in, my friend. Pets are their family members, T. Summers. And I think a lot of people don't understand that. And for those that have human friends, they don't understand the importance of animal friends. For people that don't necessarily have human friendship. But I'm telling you, my God. J-Trey, you say you understand because you can't imagine life without your pets. And at the end of the day, access, equity, hand in hand, Dr. Dady. And we have got to care. We've got to take up the cause for those that can't make and fight a cause for themselves, because this, Uh-oh, that's the wrong one. We ain't trying to have baseball. That ain't what I wanted. But yeah, let's march. Let's go for the homeless. At the end of the day, they had to get a little levity in there to lighten this up because my heart is heavy.
You shall not pass!
We got to care, folks. DJ P-Fu is a streamer, y'all. Let me come back and catch that. He is a streamer, and at the end of the day, he will bless you because he's a whole vibe. And I'm not just saying that. He is an excellent streamer. I want y'all to go out there and listen to my brother. He will bless you. So at the end of the day, I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. So come on, you have a dog and your daughters treat him like they're babies, and you bet not mess with them. Exactly. So I want us to think and really, the coldness of this world and the lack of caring. Circle of the City is what they call this organization. That's what I was scrolling to see because I wanted to get some. It's a mobile clinic that they have created. I think this is absolutely powerful. It's a mobile clinic that not only goes from place to place and pulls up to the place where the homeless reside and abide, but they also provide a soup kitchen. They, you know, come on now. If you haven't heard of them, I hadn't until, well, they're brand new. It's a brand new, and they are the first of its kind in the country. But a mobile clinic that not only addresses their physical, but also brings food. I love it. 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 Now, if y'all look at those statistics right there, you can see the heat-associated deaths in Maricopa County. And you see that last year they were at 339, and already we have not concluded the year, but already they're at 268, and they're anticipating by the end of the year, especially with the heat wave not letting up in that area, they're anticipating that soon and very soon they will have surpassed that number. So, you know, when I tell y'all this stuff gets down in my heart for real, I just cannot turn a blind eye because in my mind, I can imagine these people suffering, and it's just not right. So Kim Possible, you said sometimes you prefer your dogs over some of the people. I'm not mad at you. Dogs can represent unconditional love, and you said a mouthful there. And I think that, and they're 9 times out of 10 always responsive to their family, and they respond and they share love and show love in kind, and they don't play. You don't play about your animals don't play about you. So I get it. I totally get it. So that being said, I definitely wanted to take time to address that because I think and maybe what caught me off guard when I read about the coroner's report, 150-degree pavement and literally bodies just burnt from the pavement and baking on the pavement, that tore me up. I'm not even gonna lie. That tore me up. And ain't no shame in my game because listen, I care about the peoples, as Rebel said, the peoples. I care about the people, and I just cannot wrap my brain around that kind of unnecessary, uncalled for death. And we're allowing that kind of death to happen en masse in this country. It's just not right. It's just not right. So, to have compassion means to empathize with someone who is suffering and to feel compelled to reduce that suffering, then darn. That's it. Come on and talk to me. Come on and talk up in here. And if you don't feel something after a story like that, if you feel absolutely nothing, check your pulse. Check your pulse. I'm not going to call you a bunch of names and say what you're not and this and that and the other. I just want you to check your pulse. And this ain't no made up story. This is the real deal. So, I mean. Come on, K2 Hoops. You're right about that. Your dog knows when each of us aren't feeling well, and he's so comforting. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, that being said, I'm gonna let it go, but I did want to spend some time on that because I want to bring discomfort. I want to bring something to you, disruption. That's the word I want to say. I want to bring disruption to your norm that makes you stop and say, hey, we really need to do something about that. hey, we really need to do something about that. I want to disrupt your world. This whole rant, I'll call it a rant even, but this whole rant this morning, I want to disrupt your world because this has got to stop. Now, as we continue on, and you best believe I'm provoked to do something, and maybe you never will be, and that's okay. That's not your calling. That's not your lane. But I'm provoked to do something because my heart cannot. I can't just sit by and say, "Oh, somebody will figure it out." We got to do something. So at the end of the day, let's go now. Crazy Berrytown is in the room. Happy Friday to you. Crazy Berrytown, she is a streamer. She will Zumba you design, y'all. She'll also, chit chat with you and get all of the good conversation while she talks and sips. But honey, she'll Zumba you design. And then today at 12 o'clock Central Time, she, along with Kim Possible 711, will be hosting Good Grief right here on this channel. It's a good journey through grief. And you are not alone. That's what we do. That's the way we roll. And I invite every last one of you back here for that at 12 o'clock noon Central Time. Your daughter gives him back. Y'all listen, I'm not, and wait a minute, rubs him down with essential oils. K2 Hoop, somebody's out there saying, can I be your daughter's dog? She gives him baths and rubs him down with essential oils. I ain't even mad. I'm not even mad. Come on with that. Oh my goodness. That's some good stuff. That's some good stuff. Kudos and shout out to all of y'all that love your pets, and those pets mean everything to you. I'm not even mad at you. Now, what else do we have going on? Now, I had to get that out before I came here because, these next couple of stories, y'all, and I'm going to hit them and I'm going to quit them. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this foolishness, but it's going on, y'all. It's going on. So, in case you didn't know, the chair of Florida's Seminole County Republican Party has now been convicted of illegally setting up a fake progressive candidate to siphon votes away from the Democrat in 2022 state Senate election. Oh, I had to talk first from my heart about the godly things before I got, because at the end of the day, could it be the devil? So get this picture, y'all. Get this picture. And he has been convicted. This is the story when we woke up. And he won't be in a mainstream prison. Come on here, Don. He'll be in a federal prison. This man, BTD Mom, this man, Michelle, Darn King Parsible, this man made a fake progressive candidate, somebody that didn't even exist, ran them for office in the state Senate runoff just to siphon votes away from the Democrats. You can't make this stuff up. You cannot. Look at his face, Rebel. Look at his face. Shade all day. And you know how we do it in here, BTD Mom. We don't just throw shade, we shed light. And this is the chair. This is the Seminole County Republican Party chair that did this. Now, y'all, Kai Chick, I see you, girl. No cream, no sugar. We take this coffee strong and black because we tells it like it T-I-Z-Tis. This man, and now he's convicted. But at the end of the day, y'all, at the end of the day, it's egregious. It's insanity. It's devilment. It's fill in the blank with every kind of negative word you can think of. Who thinks up this kind of dastardly behavior? Baby, this is just dastardly. This is just dastardly. Who thinks of coming up with this kind of stuff just to keep certain people from being elected? Now, we've already gone through voter suppression. Listen.
Why you always lying?
We've gone through voter suppression. We've gone through purging people off the ability to vote. We've purged everybody we can purge off. We've done everything we can. But then to get so low down and dirty as to make up a fake candidate. And this isn't some low level, this is the chairman that did it. Do you understand the words? The chairman of the Republican Party. Could it be? Could it be? Oh, I forgot to say the devil. The devil. This is just one that got caught. Then darn, this is just one that got caught. Kim Possible, you said entitled people will do all kinds of things to advance their agenda with no remorse, BTD mom. Then darn, because he knows where he's going is still a cushy. It's just as cushy as where he's from, except time is no longer his. That's the only thing that's going to change, y'all. Kai Chick, I can't either. I can't either. This is just Diablo and his twin brother Beelzebub. And King Coogee, there's my sire. He did not act alone. King Coogee is a streamer, y'all. If you're not following my brother, please follow him. Please follow me. He'll bless your life. He didn't do it alone. He had help. Kai Chick, who can believe? They are all doing it in every state across the country, and it's just sickening. It's just absolutely positively sickening. This is the one that got caught, and T. Summers we're talking about from the top down. This is sad, y'all. It's Diablo and all of his minions, then darn. So Kim Possible, no, I'm agreeing with King Coogee. He didn't do it alone. He had a team of folk that helped him execute this plan. So wait a minute, truck driver said, the devil said, I didn't do that. You right, truck. The devil didn't do it. That man did. Listen, the devil said, I didn't do that. Y'all quit lying on me. He did it. In your old school system, the school board president, GOP leader, used KKK imagery. Yes, I saw that, Dr. Dady. I had that queued up. I don't have it right now. I wish I could find it. And I don't know if my mouse is going to cooperate with me. But yes, I saw that in the legs of the elephant, of the elephant in the advertising were the KKK in their hoods. In the legs of the advertisement. I wish I could find that. I had that. It's been so many weeks back. I don't know if I can get my hands on it quick, fast, and in a hurry. It was just horrible. Not minions. You said legions. So listen, I'm trying to tell y'all, this kind of behavior to try to win is just unbelievable. But it's the world in which we live currently. And that being said, let's deal with this, because also some of you may have already heard the clip. Trump is saying, as he plans to run again, he is saying that should he win, now, you know, that shouldn't even be an option for him to run. But should he win, he plans to pardon the J6ers and give them a public governmental apology. Come on. Thank you for that, Dr. Dady. Let me see if I can get that. Let me copy that. Let's see if I can get that copy. At the end of the day, did you hear the words that I said? He said he wants to pardon the individuals, the J6ers. He wants to pardon them and give them a governmental apology should he win. That's what he plans to do, y'all. That's what he plans to do. Should he win, that's what he plans to do. Now, when you talk about should he win, that shouldn't even be an issue. That shouldn't even be a possibility, because the man's lips, hips, and fingertips shouldn't even be able to run. And so here we go. At the end of the day, thank you, Dr. Dady. Let me see if I can get this baby to run, and we'll get a chance for y'all to see what we're talking about. But I saw this. It came out a few weeks ago. I saw this, and this is just dastardly.
The Lawrence County chapter of the NAACP plans to rally Friday, demanding an elected school board member and chair of the county's GOP resign from office. The move comes after a social media post he made containing both the GOP elephant mascot and Ku Klux Klan imagery.
That official, Shannon Terry, says it was an accident and he's not going anywhere. Senior reporter Matt Kroschel joins us live in Lawrence County with the growing calls for Stover to step down in the wake of this Facebook post, despite the apology. Matt?
Yeah, another day, another social media post controversy to talk about. Terry admitting he swiped that image from a Google search to include in that social media post. He says he didn't realize it contained that subtle KKK reference. The graphic originally accompanied an article in 2020 in Mother Jones, a story about the Republican Party that they called racist and soulless. It includes 3 hooded Klansmen between the iconic Republican elephant's legs. Terry claims as soon as he was made aware of the negative portion of the picture, he replaced it, followed up with an apology the next day on the GOP's Facebook page, saying it was an error. He was rushing to post the note to say thank you to the outgoing chairperson. But the NAACP isn't buying that explanation.
The apology was self-serving. The apology only came after it was exposed. When it was leaked, the individual that posted it, he had to come out and try to do some damage control. So his apology was self-serving. It means nothing. His resignation from the Lawrence County school system is what we're asking, because he's in a position to make rules for our children, and we do not want anyone making rules for our children openly uniting himself with the KKK.
Terry responding to the criticism, issuing a statement today saying he will not resign from the school board. He said, quote, "I regret the mistake that was made, and it was just that, an unattended mistake. The image posted by me on a political Facebook page was not done with any malice or harmful intent, malicious or harmful intent. I do not support or agree with any hate group agenda, and certainly would not try to further that cause." NAACP members are planning on meeting tomorrow. They're having a media conference where they will continue those calls for Terry to resign. For now, reporting live in Lawrence County, I'm Matt Kroschel, Way 31 News.
And that's the kind of stuff we got going on, y'all, for real. That's the kind of stuff we got going on. And at the end of the day, it's a whole mess. Now, let me come out of that. So this right here, y'all, is where I'm saying all of this is going on. And I saw somebody earlier say, can 45 even run again? He's posturing, he's preparing, he's doing everything that he can. And he's speaking to his base, and he's got them all worked up as if he's going to run again. This man should have been in jail. We see people like situations like this right here, where we're talking about leadership. This wasn't some low level. These are people in leadership positions that are showing their true colors. And that man knew that was a KKK. Ain't no way he looked at that image and didn't see the Klan in the hoods. Ain't no way he didn't see that. And then him coming out with these, I saw you, somebody said, tell him to put that apology where the sun don't shine. They come out and they do all of these different things, and they act as if they're remorseful, or they act as if I didn't know. They act as if they were oblivious to something, when you know all along. Quit lying. Come on.
Why you always lying?
So, but he shouldn't have to resign. They should get rid of him. These are the areas where I want to start addressing. We wait for and give the individuals the opportunity to make the decision on what they want to do. They shouldn't have a decision to make. They should be fired. They should be terminated. They should be barred. They should be blocked. They should be banned. There's no reason why 45 should be talking about another presidential run. That shouldn't even be a possibility. But we leave these things as if it's up to them to do what they want to do, and we let them run amok and let them do and spew all the different things that they want to say, all the little different things they want to act in. And at the end of the day, that man did exactly what he wanted to do, to rile and raise up that racist base that he's appealing to. He wanted them to see, hey, I'm one of y'all. I stand for one of y'all. I appreciate y'all. That's all. He wanted to identify with the KKK for those that are going to respond favorably to that situation. So, and that pic had been circulating somewhere, BTD mom. So at the end of the day, he should be fired, whether he's going to resign or not. Show us good faith. Show the black community good faith in saying, no, sir, you're not what can be representative of the office that you're running for. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. That's what needs to happen, y'all. So all of this given opportunity to, I want to make up my mind whether, no. If y'all going to come correct. If you're going to come correct. And the powers that be, if you don't show yourself worthy and eligible by the way you behave and the stuff that you print, publish, and post, goodbye. And that should be the end of it right there.
You shall not pass!
And thank you for sharing that, Dr. Dady. I saw that, and I had it queued up some weeks ago, but I did not. So listen, y'all, it's real out here in these streets. It's real out here in these streets. And then, of course, I'm gonna close, and then we're gonna go right on and get ready to get out of here. We're going over to the rebels, but I do want to continue the close up and the wrap up on Your Angels Are on the Way, and we're going to just send you and free you and send you forth free, liberated, successful, all of that balanced. Come on here. That's the way we do it over here. So this last story, Marjorie Greene, need I say more? Just those two words by themselves are enough. Marjorie Greene
is completely forgiven. Obviously, they have an agenda for that. They need votes in November. So the timing is a pure coincidence there as well. But it's completely unfair. And taxpayers all over the country, taxpayers that never took out a student loan, taxpayers that pay their bills and you know, maybe even never went to college or just hardworking people, they shouldn't have to pay off the great big student loan debt for some college student that piled up massive debt going to some Ivy League school. That's not fair. But for our government just to say, you know, okay, well, your debt is completely forgiven. Obviously, they have an agenda for that. They need votes in November. So the timing is a pure coincidence there as well. But it's completely unfair. And taxpayers all over the country, taxpayers that never took out a student loan, taxpayers that...
Okay, so I want to stop that. And then as we cease to hear her dreadful voice and her rant that taxpayers all over the place should not have to pay for loan forgiveness, and she's so against it. At the same time, I just want you to be aware. Here we go. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene was forgiven $183,504 in her PPP loan. It's been forgiven. Good morning, Bearded Baritone. Good morning to you. Come on in here. He is a streamer, y'all. He is a baritone. Please go out there for his nighttime stories. He will bless you. Now, y'all, after this whole big old rant, after this whole big old, the taxpayer should not have to pay. The taxpayer should not have to, blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, pay your $183,504 PPP loan and shut up. Pay your money. Refuse to have it forgiven. Pay your money. You can't make this stuff up. You can't make this stuff up. And so, now I just want to say at the end of the day, why did she need to have PPP loan? Why did she need to have it forgiven? Why does she have the nerve, not the nerve, she had the nerve to come out and start talking against students that are getting an education so that they can better themselves and better their position in the job market as an educated individual and serve the communities and the corporate markets for which they'll go in and work while they're going through all of this why about children and adults that have student loans that never should have been like they were to begin with. You, ma'am, have been forgiven of your PPP loan $183,504. Shut up. I just can't with these people. And I'm not being bipartisan here. I'm not being partisan, rather. I'm just pointing out the facts. I'm looking, and listen, I'm going to tell you what, and I promise you I'm not being partisan, because if I see the same thing on the part of a Democrat, I'm going to show you for filth that you are and read you, because at the end of the day, shut up talking. Shut up talking. So there we have, at the end of the day, just so you know, if you don't know, now you know. A lot of these people that are out here crying and hollering and screaming about the injustices of the forgiveness of student loan debt. Listen, people that live in glass houses, is what they told me, should not throw stones. Marjorie, why are you even, why? Inquiring minds want to know. Where has she come from? And I'm sure she is benefiting some portion, some population that really likes her. But I want to know why.
Asking for a friend.
Why are you in office? Help me to understand it. Explain it to me, Lucy.
Asking for a friend.
Your lips, hips, nor fingertips should be close to any kind of position of authority. So at the end of the day, and listen, I'm trying to tell you, the spirit of entitlement, Kim Possible, the spirit of entitlement is really something else. So, I qualify with my good white blonde haired self to have my debts forgiven, but y'all don't. Sit down. Listen, and that's all I'm going to say. That's how we're going to close this segment. Have all the seats. Have all them there seats. Sit down. Sot down. Now, we're going to close out, y'all, with the last 30 minutes here. And I want to just talk, and I talked a little bit over. But listen, I took that extra time talking about homelessness because I'm not going to get off of that. I'm not going to get off of that because we got to care. We just cannot continue to operate and act as if we don't care. It ain't going to fly. So at the end of the day, we've been talking this week, and as I identified, each of you are really, truly, you guys really are my angels, and I appreciate you for being here. I want us to come into a mindset that we have the opportunity and the ability to make a difference. I really believe that we have an opportunity and ability to make the difference. And listen, if each one reaches one and we go out and we do what we can make this thing happen. So even as we talk about turning it around for the homeless population, and let's look at all the different marginalized areas where people need something. This, I believe, is why we are in a position and have been positioned right now to come out and be whatever we're called and put here to do. So we've been talking about Kimberly Davis is her name. I saw her over the weekend give some interviews as the head of National Hockey, NHL. National Hockey League. And as she began to talk as a very strong, educated Black woman, my chest just swole. It was just swelling with pride. Very articulate, very, oh my goodness. And I'm not saying that like Black folks can't be articulate. That's not where I'm going with that. I'm relating and correlating the pride that I felt the more she talked, the more I was just overtaken with how proud I am to be a Black female and to see Black females coming forth in their power. And she said and dropped some nuggets that I've been talking on this week in correlation to my thought that your angel is on the way. Groove Now, come on in the room. So much love coming to you. So much love coming to you. Thank you for being here in the Lion's Den this morning. So she dropped those 3 nuggets when they asked her what has she done consistently for the meteoric rise that she's had over time, because everywhere she's gone, she has commanded the field, from JP Morgan Chase in the financial industry on. This woman has been at the helm and leadership and doing a phenomenal job. Now to make John Studios is in the room. Good morning to you, sir. So much love coming to you. He is a streamer. Please go out there and follow him. He'll bless your whole life. Now, when she was asked that question, how and what have you done? And she put out 3 things. Well, actually, I want to start with the first thing she said. I always believed I belonged there. And so that's the first point of order. You got to believe that you belong there. I always felt like I deserved it. That's how she opened up her comments. I always believed that I belonged there, and I always felt like I deserved it. And Dr. Dady said something on yesterday, or one of these days, I may be confusing what day it was, but she said something that's truth that I want to reiterate. Your energy gets in a room before you do. Your energy enters that room before you do. So you got to go with that energy. And for those that are still struggling with that sense of I don't deserve it, for those that are still struggling with that mindset of I'm so unworthy, that energy, and y'all can say what you want to say. And I know, like I say it over and over again. Y'all preach that from the pulpits. And I'm like, why would you sabotage your own people? No, the word of God didn't say that. The word of God did not say you were so unworthy. That's what y'all taught, preached, and y'all keep repeating it as if it's the word of God. I'm not unworthy. And if the works did not make me worthy, if the works of the cross didn't make me worthy, there ain't nothing gonna make you worthy. But if the works of the cross didn't make you worthy, then it was worthless. I want you to come to the point of understanding, just like she said, that energy meets the room before you hit it. So I recognize, and I'm gonna say to many of you, and to many of us, I don't want to make it sound like me versus y'all, and I'm all that in a bag of chips. No, I have my areas of opportunity that I'm working on as well. So we're in this journey together. But as we journey together, let's make this thing happen. So at the end of the day, for those that are still in that inner struggle, I want you to pay attention, because it makes all the difference before you ever open your mouth. If your energy is already presenting, I don't deserve it and I'm so unworthy, and your energy is talking. I want you to pay attention to self-fulfilling prophecies. When you go out saying, this person ain't going to help you, that person ain't going to help you, well, you just cut them off from helping you. Your mouth, because you produce the fruit of your lips, your mouth has already cut it off before it even happened. Why do we keep repeating things? And I don't care if you heard somebody else say it and then you repeat what you heard somebody else say. Do not keep repeating some of these things that you heard somebody else say. So, you know, even there, I said, I was listening, and I've heard many, many times when I go from place to place, and not just on Twitch, not just on the internet, but as I go from place to place and interact with different groups, and I hear black people keep telling black people, your family ain't gonna support you, your friends ain't gonna support you, ain't none. And you know, and I say this, and I appreciate the gift that God has given me, but like I told them, listen, my sisters, BTD mom, SK 8843, my sisters financially, they don't just talk about money, they financially support what my hands are assigned to do. They support it. MCP 812, my sister cousin, my cousin Linda, my cousin Marvin. I mean, you know, I said Jonna, CPW, the Rebel Inc., all of these different Royal Confessions. These are people, and I'm like, man, why would you put that saying on yourself when there are people out there that are possibly willing and ready to help you, but by the time you get done saying what they ain't gonna do, then guess what? They ain't gonna do it. If for no other reason than the fact that you said they ain't gonna do it. Why would you put these limitations and restrictions on yourself and on your mindset and your mentality? You don't know where your angels are coming from. And so we started talking about how we entertain angels unawares, and those angels can be your family. Those angels can be your friend. Now, I don't expect them. The expectation isn't put on them. You better do. Well, no, let me take that back. I do expect them because I just know they're going to do it. But I don't do it from a space and an energy, girl, you better do X, Y, Z. Because no, we ain't rolling like that. That's out of order in any way, shape, or form. So at the end of the day, I still do not. And as I said, my mother, God rest her soul, because those were my and are my supporters. And so at the end of the day, your expectation sometimes sets up that energy. And I'm going to say it again, your energy gets there before you do. So if you're rolling up on your family and friends and they feel that energy before you ever open your mouth, them pocketbooks, clink, clink, they're not going to open that to you. So why put any limitations and restrictions, period? Just walk your walk and let whatever manifests come from wherever, from whatever angels the Lord brings into your space. Baby, let those angels minister to you and let those angels bring you into another place in another space. But stop. You don't know who your angels are. Stop limiting yourselves. And again, I'm going to say this once more and again. I think many times we go there because we hear it, somebody speaks it, we regurgitate it, we repeat it, we start saying all of this, and then, man, we've already set up an expectation. Your expectation will many times set up and set in place your delivery, your finality, your expectation puts all of that in motion. If you don't expect anything, you're not going to get anything. So as we start looking at what are my expectations and how do I plan to roll? How do I plan to roll up in here? She began to address, come on, y'all. I need you to look at what is your passion and start moving in the realm of your passion, because your passion speaks to your purpose. So I want passion. She said the 3 P's. I always make sure whatever choices I make, she said, I make from the 3 P's: my passion, my purpose, and my preparation. And she talked that thing, y'all, and I'm gonna tell you, it just blessed my whole inside. And understanding your passion, your purpose, when you are in that, where so many of us are feeling burnt out, tired, worn, angry, frustrated, it's because you're not in your passion, you're not flowing in your purpose, and or make sure that the preparation matches the passion and the purpose. Get that preparation done. You can't just go in there unprepared. Get your stuff in order. Set your house in order, for you shall surely live. So I want us to think and understand this is a season and this is a time when I'm under an open heaven. I'm telling you, we are under an open heaven. There are so many things right now because the need is great. And when the need is great, there is a greater calling for people to come forth. Even in the midst of every catastrophe, as we would call it, there are people that understand there's benefits to be made and had in a so-called catastrophe. So there are those people that are always looking outside the box and saying, how can I approach this and make this work in my favor? How can, as somebody said, how can I take lemons and turn them into lemonade? And I heard somebody say, listen, I'm tired of drinking lemonade. But then at the end of the matter of all of it, I understand that sentiment as well. Sometimes we do get fatigued with all the lemons, but listen, just keep serving lemonade. And after a while, James's Lemonade will make you some money. You understand what I'm saying? James's Lemonade, which was started in Kansas City. James's Lemonade is everywhere, from a man that just said, I'm gonna just keep making lemonade. I'm not trying to do this, that, and the other. I'm gonna do my passion. I'm gonna find my purpose, and I'm going to go through the preparation to make James's Lemonade taste different from everybody else's lemonade and make me a millionaire, billionaire. Understand how to work your jelly. And again, expectation is so huge. Expectation is so huge. What are you expecting? Are you going in expecting that it's not going to be this and it's not going to be that? Listen, expectation. I just can't say enough about what is your expectation. Then I want you to come into this last element today. While we're talking about my angels are coming, I shared with you on yesterday. I said again this morning, each of you that are here, you all are my angels. You all are my angels, and I appreciate you. Every last one of you deposit into me, not just from here on the stream. Listen, I may be sitting someplace and Michelle Brownell will send me a clip of something. Look at this. I knew you'd like it. And it's feeding my spirit. Look at that. I knew you'd like it. And it's feeding my spirit. It's causing my juices to flow. It's got my brain turning. It's got my engine revving. And so I'm just sitting. I may be saying Kim Possible to send something. Dr. Dady Priest. Come on. You understand what I'm saying? You people that just randomly, hey, I think you'll really enjoy this. I think this will really bless you. And it just drop. Truck driver. Man, I'm like, boom, 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 all day long. Pastor, boom, boom, boom. I want you all to open yourselves up because you're under an open heaven, and don't just necessarily look for one direction. You're looking to the north, you're looking to the north, you're looking to the north, but it may come from the south, it may come from the east, it may come from the west. Just be open and receptive and begin to identify your angels when they appear. So I want you to understand this is the beauty of life that we're in right now, and it gives me so much diversity. It gives me so many opportunities. Hey, no, I didn't see that. No, I hadn't thought about it that way. And that expansion that's happening in my spirit, that expansion that's happening in my soul, in my mind, in my being, in my vision is expanding. So that even when you come to ultimately, man, I shared yesterday about the blessing of Fairly All Day, and that angel right there, all of these angels are phenomenal. I'm telling you, these are people, and you know what? I wouldn't have met several of them outside of my circle that have come to me through Twitch while folks are running around and talking about, oh, child, it ain't nothing but negative stuff. Come on, Barbara Hardy, MCP 812, y'all come on in here. So much light coming to you, so much love. I appreciate you for being here. I would have missed all these opportunities while folk were running around, child, the internet. I don't mess with that internet. Ain't nothing on there but devilment. I've interconnected with individuals. I have found myself in union and fellowship with some of the most beautiful angels of light. I'm telling you, these individuals have come and blessed my whole life in so many ways. And there are many more angels yet to come. But your expectations, I need you to start dealing with. And if anything comes out of your mouth, Pastor Ballou, the eagle has landed. Come on in here, Pastor. That's my pastor from Kansas City. That's my brother. If you're ever in Kansas City, you must go to Zion Travelers and be blessed by this phenomenal ministry. I see you, my brother, and it's good to see you. So at the end of the day, if your expectations are limited, you are going to be limited. If your expectations are restricted, you're going to be restricted. If your expectations are low, your return on your investment is going to be low. And this, let me say this as I'm here, I appreciate, as I named off, MCP 812, BTD Mom, SK 8843, Jonna CPW, Royal Confessions. Y'all hear what I'm saying? My cousin Linda, my cousin Marvin. As these people have really come in, and they ain't playing, y'all. They have come in and they have invested in my world. They have come in, they have invested in my life. Main Man 68. These are, I'm telling you, I appreciate them. But then there comes the point in time where you need to invest in yourself. Stop looking for everybody else to make an investment that you're not willing to invest in yourself. Put your money where your mouth is. Do you believe in you? Then put your resources in you. You understand what I'm saying? Even as my niece told me, as she is moving and grooving out here in the corporate arena at high levels, y'all, and I'm so proud of her. And I asked her, and yes, ask questions. When you ask questions, I said, you know, my management in the corporate arena was in the 90s. I said, so now in 2022, what would you say to me to do in this time? And she said, build your team. And I'm gonna go ahead and share what she said as she's moving. And her mentor sponsor told her, now, this is what I want you to do. Build a team that that will follow you anywhere. Build a team that will follow you anywhere. And when you go on to this next level, when you go on to this next assignment, as you're increasing and going higher and higher and higher, the next time you get a job, you go to that job and say to them, I will come with my team and we will guarantee success, because by that time they know you know them, they're trained, they know how to flow. You don't have to worry about sabotage on the inside, none of that. She said, build your team, Aunt Jean, build your team. That is the model that people are doing now. I took that and baby, I'm like, let me take this and run with it. Build your team. Get out there and find and allow them to find you, but begin to build your team. Ain't no shame in your game. If you got vision, if you got ideas, if you've got something that's ready to go to a next level, you cannot do it alone. You need to build a team, and build a strong team where you don't have to worry about sabotage. You don't have to worry about somebody that's dragging their feet. Know that you got a team that is fire. Build your team. And some of that even comes to believing in yourself, because if you're still in that struggle with yourself, I'm so unworthy. Who would follow me? Who would be on my team? Who would? No, that energy is going to get to the room before you do. I need you to get rid of that energy. People will follow you when they believe in you. You understand what I'm saying? People will follow you when they believe you have integrity, you have character, you have follow through. People will follow you. The minute they get a whiff of insecurity, the minute they get a whiff of lack of integrity, the minute they get a whiff that your character is questionable and suspect, they may not leave altogether, but you best believe they're going to do Fred Flintstones and put on the brakes and skirt and stand there and look for a minute. Am I seeing what I'm seeing, or is this something else? So understand, you got to have that sense of understanding that people are looking to and at you to see, are you worth following? But if you got something that's worth following, baby, put yourself out there and build your team. Am I talking to anybody? So at the end of the day, I want us to understand, and then I cannot forget folks like Kai Chick. Kai Chick doesn't know me. Kai Chick came in here, and y'all, I call her the evangelist because she snuck up on me. I looked one day and I kept seeing all these numbers rising, and I really don't typically look at my stats. And I've probably done it in the whole time that I've been streaming 2 years plus. I've probably looked at my stats maybe 3 or 4 times total in that whole 2 years. But I just happened to look, and I feel like God wanted me to know. I just happened to look one day and I saw this number and I was like, what? It was Kai Chick. And I told Rebel, I said, you know what? I had no clue. God will send you angels that you don't even know, unawares. And baby, I was like, sister ain't playing. And then as I was made aware from the statistics that I was seeing, I started looking in the chat as the streams were going on. And I said, this child is not playing. This child is not playing. And so at the end of the day, it's like God will send people to you. God has your angels ready. Do you understand what I'm saying? He'll send angels. And that's why I keep telling you, be careful how you entertain angels, because some of you are entertaining angels unawares. And many, many times your angel is right there. Your angel is ready. Your angel is prepped. Your angel is ready to take you to the next level and be a blessing in your life. You understand what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it is a matter of What do you expect? So I saw this and I want to share it. I want to share it. Don't look at the rats or whatever those things are at the lower level. I want to share this because I want to read it just like it said. So the power of positivity this morning. You know what's really scary, but yet so exciting? The fact that you could literally change your life at any moment. Do y'all hear me? The fact that you can literally change your life at any moment. Nothing is stopping you from trying new. I'm going to say that again. Nothing is stopping you from trying new. The entire world is in your hands and most people don't even realize it. I tell you what, that blessed my shondo right there. And I said, that is what I want to close with on this Fresh Start Friday. The whole world is in your hands. The whole world is in your hands, beloved. Your angels are on the way. And nothing is stopping you from trying new. Y'all done did the old long enough. Y'all done did the traditional long enough. Now it's time for you to try new. Shirley Thunder, come on in here. Come on in here. So much love coming to you. Groove now, ain't that deep? You can, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, you can be changed. Somebody, come on. In a moment. Y'all waiting for the rapture and all that. Baby, I'm telling you right here, in a moment, in the twinkling of an eye, you can be changed. Some of y'all just need to do new. Some of you need to do new. Do you hear me? Stop going back to those old places, especially the ones that have not worked. You need to do new, and you have the ability and the power to change your lives right now. And that's what I want to leave you with on this Fresh Start Friday. That's what I want to leave you with as we continue or end this conversation and topic that we've had all week long, from the standpoint, your angels are on the way. Your angels are on the way. Your angels are on the way. Be careful how you entertain strangers, because some of you are entertaining your angels unawares. But they're ready, they're perched, they're prepared, they're ready to take you and help you go to your next level. So I want you to remember, I deserve it. I belong there. Come on. And then I'm looking at my passion, my purpose, and my preparation. And I'm making sure that it's secure and that it's sure. And then lastly, but not least, and I'm going to get out of here with this, and we're headed over to Rebels. The two things that she said she always has. The two things she always has: a mentor and a sponsor. A mentor tells and a sponsor sells. And if you want to know more about that, go back and watch it on demand. But that's the way we're going out. Two things I want you to keep with you at all times as you're making this mobility journey upward. Two things that she said I keep and I always access at all times: a mentor and a sponsor. And a mentor tells and a sponsor sells. And with that, beloved, we are out of here today. It's another week. It's another opportunity. I appreciate you. Be prepared, because your angels are on the way.
Oh, I feel for my brother.
Well, I feel for my brother and I feel for my sister. This has been another edition of Yes You O Cubed, one-on-one, just me and you. I am your spiritual thought leader, Regina L. Stillman, and I've enjoyed all this week, y'all. This has been a marvelous week talking about your angels. Your angels are on the way. Your angels are on the way. Be careful how you entertain strangers, because some of y'all are entertaining angels unaware. And once again, I want to say thank you to every last one of my angels that are here in the Lion's Den. I love y'all. Now, you can follow me, beloved. I'm out there on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Patreon, Discord, Anchor, and more. And we're getting this thing together. We're getting ready to really launch out here. Y'all better get ready. We're going to have a relaunch We're going to have a relaunch in not many days hence. Now, you know my mantra. We don't have a spirit of intimidation. We don't have a spirit of fear. We have power. We have love. We have a sound mind. And as long as I'm operating in love, I am all powerful in love, because greater is that love in me than anything that's in the world. And I don't just talk about change. I'm ready to be the change. Y'all better ask somebody, because that story that tore me up this morning about them homeless folk, I'm ready to be the change for the homeless and others. Come on here, and I don't have to do it alone, because this Pride Alliance, Pride, this Pride Alliance is relentless, and you're going to hear me roar, because it's us, you, me, we all, and we're all in this thing together. Now, come on here. This hasn't just been the den of iniquity. This has been the den of activity. Come on here. I love you for your support. I love you for all that you've done. I appreciate my moderators, the Rebel Inc., Shelly Thunder and Michelle Browno. I appreciate them for holding down the fort. Those are my angels, the Blessed Trinity. It's been a great day. Copy that raid message and we're going somewhere, y'all. We're going to go over and bless the Rebels' house. We're going to have a good time over there. Please copy that raid message. And as Shelly Thunder says every week, have an amazing day on purpose. And I want you to really make sure that you do what you love and love what you do. And you can have a new thing right now. Peace for your journey.
Can you hear me? Life is real, yeah. And if there's a heaven above, please start showing a brother real love. 'Cause I wanna go home.